Yo guys, Theo here on Common Sense. Trauma is a superpower. What does that mean? It means that whatever is difficult and painful for you right now can become the source of your strength, of meaning and joy if you choose to stop running from it, start leaning into it, healing it, overcoming it, taming it so that you can use it to your advantage, all right? So you've heard the story many times. At 25, I started having daily panic attacks as well, a consequence of it, undealt with trauma and the copes I had used to deal with it. Yeah, to not deal with it. The alcohol, the weed, the porn, the hooking up with women, the staying up all night playing video games, all that shit, right? The panic attacks, it happened due to trauma, but also that experience in and of itself was a traumatic experience. Feeling like you're on a psychedelic trip gone wrong without having taken anything. It's scary. It shakes your world. Like, how can I even be feeling this way? Or is it even possible, you know? And feeling like I am because I feel so acutely uncomfortable, I actually start contemplating suicide as the only option, and I'm afraid of myself. It's a traumatic experience in and of itself, right? But so I faced it and I overcame it. And on the other side, I became more like the person I'd always wanted to be than I'd ever been. All the things that I thought I couldn't get in my life, many of them I had just gotten in the process of doing so. And it's also what put me on this path of becoming a person that just, you know, makes progress as a person overall, but of course with the training, nutrition, fasting stuff that I talk about on the channel as well. You see, and that's what I learned then. That's really been, you know, part of the core of the message of this YouTube channel since the start, that I've just, you know, refined and made clearer for myself and for you as we've been on this journey. But facing the difficult, when I had been running from the difficult always, it just made my life more difficult until that happened. And then when I finally stopped running from it and leaned into it, that's when I gained these sort of superpowers. You understand? And when you think of it, it's not only emotional trauma, it's physical trauma too. Like for me, it's like this shoulder. When I smashed this shoulder, but in the process, so I could barely do anything with this arm when it comes to forward motions, at least. But in the process of healing it, I learned so much about the shoulder. So now it feels better than before. It's stronger and more mobile and everything than ever before. You see, it's like, how do I phrase that? But it's like with trauma, it's like initially something seems to be taken away from you, or all this pain is inflicted upon you, but it's like you've been given an ability or opportunity, I mean, to overcome it and then tame it and use this. You know, you gained something in the process of doing so. And it's not only as much as, you know, oh, I hurt the shoulder and therefore I healed it and now my shoulder is better. It gives meaning. It gives meaning, okay? Like, I know we all, when we go through the most difficult things, it's difficult to be feeling, oh, but at least this is meaningful. Oh, I'm so happy. That's the point. I mean, if you compare life to a video game, like, how fun would a video game be if there's no enemies, there's no quests, really, there's nothing to overcome, you're just running around, like, yeah, maybe you'd go free roaming in the game at some point and just, you know, have a little fun like that. But it's because it's difficult, it's because you have to face obstacles and overcome them. Like, that's what makes the game fun. It's the same with life. In the end, everything exists by contrast. If you didn't get these difficulties to overcome, you wouldn't get to experience that meaning and joy and contentment and fulfillment, right? It can actually be, in a sense, it can be the most traumatic thing for a person to never have to experience anything traumatic, because then they were never really shown what mattered the most to them in this life, right? So as I'm talking about this, you know, I can't fully feel this right now. I'm going through difficulty in my life right now. Progress is not linear. Some days are better, some days are more difficult. But, you know, it is more complex than that. There's many other things around it, but just so you get the gist of it, it's basically a breakup situation, right? And that can always be difficult in and of itself. And absolutely is it difficult for me to now be, it's not like I get to experience now, like, yeah, this is great for me. Oh, yeah, wow, what an amazing opportunity to level up and make this a strength. But I know that, though. I know that, and then these times when we have to face the pain and lean into it and not run from it, we can see it more as a very long cold shower, that this, you know, I can't fully experience everything I'm talking to you about here. It's not something I can just like experience, like, oh, but this is great, you know. But I know that it makes me able to lean into it. It makes me able to not run and go back to old habits. Oh, I just want to numb myself with going out drinking and hooking up with some girl or whatever, you know. It makes me able to stick to the most important things. And I know already, I'm learning so much about myself. And as with everything, it's going to level me up, but also I'm going to be able to bring what I learn to other people, all right? Trauma is a superpower. Live for the difficult, because if you run from the difficult now, the most difficult thing is going to be there at the end of the life, and realizing I just took the safe options. I never really faced my fears. I didn't accomplish what I would want in this life. And that difficult, that pain is forever. It's eternal. You get just one life. Lean into the difficulty that you're faced with. Lean into the trauma. Overcome it. That's how you're going to live the best and most meaningful life. And be the most evolved version of yourself in the end. Trust me, all the most successful people, it's not that they were lucky. It's not that the way was just paved for them. They paved the way by facing the difficulty. Alright guys, please leave a comment. Oh, I should say, because I am at it is a difficult time now. It's sort of a, you know, you have to explode. You have to be contracted sometimes and then expand into the newer level. It's how I talk about progress. Is not linear, upswings and downswings. And I am at the point in my life where I have to, you know, collect myself and see the way forward. It's a kind of a paradigm shift. So I might go off my regular posting schedule. I won't stop posting videos, but I need to take some time to focus on some other things. But trust me, I'll be here. I'm still doing the coaching, still be doing the videos, but I might look into, you know, having just a little bit different posting routine for a while. We'll see. But please leave a comment, please like. All comments and likes help support the channel, so it's very much appreciated. Send me a DM or an email if you're interested in the coaching, and I'll tell you about my different options I have. Please subscribe for more content about fitness, fasting, losing weight, building muscle, self-improvement, stoicism, mental health, philosophy, mindset. It's a mindset, guys. Yes, pain and trauma it's difficult. No one said anything else, but in the end, if you're not run from it, lean into it, it can be the source of your greatness. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Peace.